Hi there, this is Live Prepper here, and today I found something called 5 reasons to make a bug-in bag. So this is a little bit of a different approach. What they do, this is a bug-in bag, not bugging in, not bugging out. It's called a bug-in bag. And it's talking about, says, even fans of Home Alone can tell you that when your home is your castle, you don't need to worry about trying to live out of a bag. But there is a huge difference between problems that last only 2 or 3 days and a complex social collapse. Hear that? Social collapsing. Yes, yes. I know I'm feeling a little perky today. It's because I've been eating homemade Cliff Bars with protein and peanut butter and all that good stuff. So I'm more of the kinds of situation that leads to a major collapse are also likely to render at least some parts of your home inaccessible. So, for example, in a major flood, you'll need to shelter upstairs. With a nuclear explosion or tornado coming, you may have to in a basement or a bunker or whatever in that situation. And while catching a limited number of supplies throughout the house, stashing, may be of some help. There is still a score of tools and vital materials that you should be with you at all times. All times. So what they're basically talking about here is this. You see people talking about making bug out bags and da-da-da. But what you're saying is making little small bug in bags in different areas and hide in different areas. So, like dry goods like oats, like the Cliff Bar, the protein bars that I made for myself. They are made from oats, peanut butter. I sewed some Jello mix in it for the nutrients from the Jello, the glycerin and things that's needed from that. And I used a KO syrup because I didn't have no honey at the time. And then I added a pack of chocolate pudding mix because I didn't have no whey. My son used to whey, and I didn't realize that, so that's what I used. And I used quick flavored oats, fruit flavors, and I mixed it up, got it all mixed together, let it set aside, firm up, cut it up, and I have wonderful, delicious here homemade bars. And they're just delicious. Now, this is what they're talking about. It's easier to hide away and protect from home invaders. Oh boy, that's so good. Things like that you can't be cooking in a situation. Say you live in a home where it's continuously broken into, and add insult to injury, you may not be able to get a gun because laws in your area favor criminals instead of good and honest people. You know, a lot of these states now say, no guns, can't have it, sorry, duh. That person got in trouble, they're a convicted felon, and even though you're not, you can't have a gun in the house because they're not allowed to be around them. So, you're screwed. No gun in the house. I got a lot of knives. I'm knife happy. I'm going to tell you. No guns, knives. See, it's what you got to think about. In a situation that you cannot have guns in a house, is have knives. I'm knife happy. I have knives under my bed. I have knives beside my bed. I have knives around. I have knives all through the house. So, that's something to think about in that situation. I have knives everywhere. Look here. I have this under my bed. See? Are they high dollar ones? No. But you know what they're going to do what I need them to do at the time. With enough force in it, I'm going to do some damage. So, this is what it's talking about. A bug-in bag in a situation. Okay, so, you know, as time goes through and everything that they won't, under these circumstances, you may not even want to think about how much worse the situation could be, and it can be a total social collapse. Okay, so you're frustrated. You know, you already know that storing away goods and supplies to help you during an emergency will be virtually impossible. On the other hand, a small bug-in bag weighing less than 30 pounds may be fairly easy to tuck away in a place that would be overlooked by home invaders. As long as you are able to keep it hidden and secure, then you can have confidence in knowing that you can get by until the situation's resolved. So, uh, this is something to think of. And again, what you need to think about on these bug-in bags too is not necessarily cooking food, because you need to figure out alternatives that you could have that does not require cooking food, because they can smell the food when it's cooking. So they know you're going to build this fire. They're going to know. So, okay. So, you have to think of that. Now, so, if you can't have a gun, there are plenty of small things that are far more lethal that can be placed in your bug-in bag. Just look at it, how easy to make a cocktail or other lethal explosive. While you may not relish the idea of basically exploding a bomb in your home, it may be just enough to enable you to escape or encourage those home invaders to leave. So basically, you can make like stink bombs and things like that. You're not going to enjoy it, but they sure ain't going to enjoy it. So making stink bombs and throwing at them can discourage them for a time. Then you can have a created ingredient to neutralize the smell. As it is, I said. Then budget screens associated with prepping. Okay. If you do some research, you'll find that in some areas the price of bottled water is doubling and tripling. By the same token, failing crops and other problems are also sending food prices upward. Aside from these basic problems, you will also find that the best and most recommended survival gear tends to be very expensive. And that's where a lot of them take. A lot of the newbie preppers, I've done my share of mistakes too. So, go to yard sales, flea markets, secondhand stores, and look for your supplies. It's talking about an independent power generator, suitable clothing, guns, ammunition, or storage containers. Each item can cost well over $100, and some of the high quality ones does cost very expensive. But you can do some other things you need to when you can barely afford to pay the rent or put food on the table. Chances are you also won't have money for the more conventional purchase associated with prepping. On the other hand, a well-designed bug-in bag can cost well under $250. Now, here's the thing. Including all the tools and supplies, it says, here are some other ways to focus on building a bug-in bag can help you save money now and in the long run. You do not have to spend $250. There is things you can do. A lot of it you can make yourself. You can make your own little miniature cook stoves and things. There's things that can be taken care of. You can prepare meals without cooking it in a need situation. Like I said, this homemade Cliff bars. Of course, like I said, I made them. They are non-baked. They're very sweet tasting because I did use that fruit flavored pre-sweetened ones. It does taste sweet, but it's got raisins in it, and it's delicious. There are several different simple recipes. That's something you need to look into foods that does not require to be cooked, but will provide you with nutrition and stuff and survival in a situation. That's what you need to look at. Look at options of making your own stuff. That's something you need to do. Says it carries like between 30 to 50 pounds and takes a $15 backpack and use it for years. Now, they're talking about something like at Walmart or the dollar store or whatever. But instead of spending $15 here for a cheap backpack, go to the second-hand stores, go to yard sales, and you will find many good backpacks in these places. That some of them was just used for school for 1 year. A lot of college kids used them, and then they didn't need them no more, or they used them in Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts or whatever reason is. A lot of them just not really been used that much. And I took a Hot Wheel one to work. I gave $2 for it, and it served what I wanted. So that's something you need to think about. You can find some decent ones in that area. Now, it says choosing a backpack without rails will make it easier for you to fit into the landscape of people. Without a question, thieves sees you run around with a more expensive backpack, they're sure to think you have something of value in it. On the other hand, if you bug in, out bags look old or regular, they won't think you have anything of major value in the packs. Um, a lot of people just shove things in backpacks. I mean, I just put things in. I like bags. I'm bad about picking them up. So you can. There's ways of hiding it. There's ways of putting it up, shoving it up in a storage room, and putting things in front of it. Other storage containers in front of it. You can stick some bags. You can stick a couple of bags of them up in the attic, and put a trash bag over it, and double line it with a trash bag, and tie it up, and stick it up in the corner up in there to help keep moisture out of it and things like that. You can, do that. They're not even going to care because they think, and you can just put it off in a corner somewhere. If it's a black trash bag, it's going to blend in with the darkness, and you can put things in front of it, and they're not going to see it. The thing about putting it down in the basement, you need to also think about that. Put it inside a storage container, put it in plastic bags over top of it, put it inside a storage container, a plastic one, and then just setting stuff on top of it. They may, the chances are they might not even see it. I mean, there's places you can hide, even in your house, in in the back of your clothes thing and everything. It's a lot of things to think about. So you need to look around. And it says focus on small tools can save money and give you a wider range of versatility. As a prepper, you may spend a good bit of time in the tool department. While you are wandering around, you are sure to appreciate all those battery-operated fire tools, even though they don't work nearly as well as the corded ones, and boxes of fancy screwdrivers and pliers are multi-piece toolkits. On the other hand, my personal toolkit that I have used for an endless variety of chores and projects can fit into a smaller space. For example, my screwdriver kit includes a regular size ratchet rack and a second one smaller. Now, that's something you need to think of. I've showed you some multi-tools that I've posted. I gave one of them ran $11, one ran $20, another one ran I think it was $14 or something like that. Maybe it's not even wasn't even that much. But I chose multi-tools over regular tools because the multi-tools would break down the weight for me. And as a female with limits, I have to think in that capacity as well. Even though I have regular tools in the house, those multi-tools are something I want to think about in that situation. So, now, the thing is here is, he talks about the miniature toolkits, and then he's talking about plans when you need them, and a few dollars to work with it, and on, creating a custom buggy and bag cheaper and better than buying a pre-packaged kit. Now, I've told you about making your own kits, buying first aid supplies and stuff when you got it, buying iodine to help purify your water, buying peroxide. You can keep a bottle of peroxide in there. You can keep a bottle of alcohol in there. You keep first aid supplies in there. You can get aspirins and things like that, but make sure now you need to kind of consider on the aspirins and some of that other area, because if you are going to have some supplies of that in a bug-in in a separation, you need to rotate that out regular because of the dates. Now, like I say, you can live in a smaller or more limited space if needed. And that's what it's saying is you can, do with this. But he really don't talk about food or anything that much. He talks about using, seeds packed away in the bug out bag can be started and produce crops. Now, the thing is too here is you can also store away ant eggs, and other insect eggs can be used to raise edible insects. Now, I've not really ever thought about that. That's a new one on me. But I do know that praying mantis and everything, I do respect him on that. So, but what you want to do here basically is you want to design your bug-in bags to have, have a place to have extra water hid. You need in the bug-in bags not only some tools but you also need to have food and things in there in case they come in and rob it. You need to have a place to hide your water. You can camouflage water, jugs of water pretty well in different areas, especially if you're using it, if it's in a storage area and things. If you can create a false panel in the walls or even a false panel in your closet on the floor there, you can fix it like that. But you need to spread it through the house. That's just bottom line. And when you fix little bags like that, I tell people don't put it all in one area. If you got a small apartment, there's places you can still. You can put, some water behind the refrigerator, maybe behind the stove if you need to. You can turn around and get a bed designed where you've seen some of the beds where they raise the mattress up. You can raise the mattress up and there's a panel inside of it. It's solid. It's so they can hide their guns and things like that. You can fix it where the steps is designed to raise up, where you can raise it up and put stuff down in the stairway where they won't see it. There's a lot of places you can hide these things at, and think about hiding your stuff. So having water and food and your tools or whatever, first aid supplies in the bug-in bags is something to think about. Having seeds put up in different places and protected well is something else to think about. So, you can go down to secondhand stores, like I say, and pick up a lot of this stuff. Think about it. Think about where you want to hide it. So, 5 reasons to make a bug-in bag. That's pretty darn good, I think. Now the eggs is a new one for me. And I still think, you can go ahead and put stuff up. It's talking about having two-way radios. The little walkie-talkies. It's talking about having flashlight. It's talking about having, some soups and things like that. Again, you need to be thinking about rotating it out. The candles, things in that area, water and stuff like that. So you need to think about rotating it out. Waterproof matches and number of things. So it's something to think about. Let me know if you've got bug-in bags in your household, and let me know what you put into them. So this is Live Prepper here. I want you to be safe, be happy. Bless you all.